Haymaker, Emily here, otherwise known as That Mom with a Laser and the brand ambassador for Eon Laser USA. And today I'm just taking you around the shop with me as we fulfill orders. We have a wholesale order for a DIY paint shop that we need to cut some blanks for. I am working on finalizing the files and prep for a new product that I've designed that's also going to be part of Mom's File Club. We're sending invoices out. I do have a webinar I have to host later today, so I'm just going to take you along the day with me so you can, I don't know, experience the day with me. So I hope you get a lot out of this video. Let's go. Okay, so I am working on setting up an invoice that I'm going to send through PayPal for an order. That's typically what I do for custom orders that are not, orders made through my website or my Etsy shop. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I have sent off the invoice, and now I am going to run some extra Easter tags that I'm working on for the File Club. These are going to be so cute. Just wait till you see what I do with these guys. And I'm trying to be really intentional about using up scrap instead of starting a new sheet. You know how it is. But anyhow, I'm going to cut some more of these, and then I need to clean the shop because it's chaos. And I don't know about you, but I have a really hard time focusing when everything is all over the place. But somehow I still manage. All right, let's cut some tags. No, but if you log in with my Gmail, you should have access to it all. So sometimes if I have something that's already cut out and I'm trying to make it piece together on scraps, I'll take the cutout that I already have and I'll just confirm that it fits in the spot that I want to cut it on. I don't know if that makes sense or if you guys do that too, but I can see I can fit one more right here and possibly even another right there if I turn it. So we'll see if I can make two fit. Okay, so while that's cutting, I need to clean the chaos. But you can see, look, this is all testing, and I can't even really show you guys just yet what I'm working on, but it's all looking amazing. More testing, so much stuff. Okay, I gotta clean. Okay, so I made it. I only needed one, not two, but I could fit one more here later when I'm ready. So every Thursday, today's Wednesday, so I have one again tomorrow. Every Thursday night, I go live with my Laser Launch Academy students. And last Thursday, we did a jig tutorial with my famous pencils. And I engraved pencils for them. So I have to package these out and send these to my students. I got to get that done too. All the to-dos. Okay, so I am taking a quick pause here to work on a file that we need to finish a sign for. But the file was sent to us with a PNG with a font that we can't match. We can match it only for the uppercase letters, but not the lowercase letters. So I have to work my Lightbird magic here to make it work. This one, because the trace kept it combined, I don't like how that looks either. And I'm going to do my favorite trick here that I like to do. So I'm going to group this together, and then I'll take a shape like a rectangle and I'm going to slice through that. So I'll grab this grab that and then subtract one shape from another. And then now with the nodes, I can clean this up so it looks separated and that it wasn't welded together. And then I think, actually that looks, I'm going to smooth that a little better. Then I think it should be good enough to work with, I think. Cut it on the directly, but you will get flashback. There are different methods that you can use. For example, people like to use what's called the paper towel method, where you get a damp paper towels and you lay it down on the honeycomb tray, and that will help reduce the flashback. I have had the most consistent success with slightly raising it on magnets and the paper towel method. When I do that, we also have a sign printing for a local school. I mean, it's like 1 o'clock and we've already done 1,000 things. Meanwhile, I am over on the other side. Hi. Cutting another door sign that I'm testing and perfecting. So one of the benefits of cutting this today instead of tomorrow, it's going to help me get ahead tomorrow. Because, let me move this where you guys can see it. I just want to make sure I have never purchased from this designer before. And even though the designer said that this was a laser cut file, I don't know them. And there are sadly a lot of people out there selling you files claiming that they're laser ready, but they've never even touched a laser. And when you get the file, you know that it's not laser ready. So if you're new to lasering, one of my biggest tips is do your best to, if you're purchasing files, to purchase files from established laser file designers. There are so many. I could make a whole video just on that alone. But this way, you don't waste time and money trying to rework a file that wasn't really ready for a laser in the first place. Okay? Because, you really need to use a laser to know the difference. There we go. I already tested it, but I just want to show you because I could have cut all of this and then found that like the score lines were off and that nothing was working, and that would have been a disaster and a waste of time had I just ran a whole sheet without testing the design at least one time. So, looks good. As you can see, the pieces are nice and chunky. There's not too many pieces, which is easy for me. It's easy for the paint studio. I was able to cut mostly two rounds in 16 minutes, give or take, which is great. And now tomorrow I have to fiddle with the shrink wrap machine. We'll see how that goes. Shout out to my friend Heather from Paisley Grace Makery. She has her own storefront where she does parties, and she also makes blanks for other DIY studios, and she's been very helpful. She does the shrink wrap. She was like, make sure it's chunky. I knew I wanted it to be a simple design, but chunky is also helpful, especially during shipping and for newbies that are painting. So that's my girl. She's going to be helping me with any questions I have as I move forward with this DIY order. Okay, guys, we'll get back to it tomorrow. Okay, all right, so it's now the next day. I have my plywood. I need to cut it down. I have this camera already set up because I was recording yesterday a tutorial with that. Um, I am going to nest even more pieces now onto a sheet that'll fit here, and then we can get the day started and get things rolling. While I'm nesting, I am going to go ahead and turn on my compressor and get it ready, but I also want to make sure that it is drained from the day before. I don't know if anybody ever shows you guys this. This is gross. All right, let me open it all the way, and there you see the water is like, oops, sorry. The water is kind of trickling out. There's actually not that much, thankfully, that's good. But if you use a compressor or you're getting one, do not forget to drain it, right? Let me just make sure everything's out. Okay, good. So now I can go ahead and turn this on and let it fill up with air. Okay, Woody, that's enough. Okay. Okay, so remember how yesterday I was talking about how I recommend, when possible, getting files from reputable uh, laser file designers, right? Everything was going great yesterday with the first file that I bought because it was scored, it was ready to go. And now I'm setting up the second file and I'm realizing there's no score lines and there's a part that's supposed to be welded but is not. Now that's an honest mistake. It could happen to anybody, but you know, you kind of run into that stuff. So now I have to kind of rework the file so it works for me. All right, so all I'm doing now is I'm going to cut a line. And actually, I already measured it because I broke it into, what did I break it into? I broke it into parts. So I want to make sure that I cut this at roughly 32 inches. So I marked a little line for me right here. Sorry, guys. Right there. That's good. And then I'm just going to run a line and get ready to go. I could have gotten this cut at Home Depot, but I didn't want to wait in line for somebody to come and work the saw, so I just did it myself. Or I'm just going to do it myself. Okay, let's see. I've got my line, hit my origin here, and frame. Oops, I thought my line is too long. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Beautifully cut and ready to work. All right, so while that's cutting, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up a tutorial that I was working on for the File Club and, you know, keep going about my day. So if I can do it and it is turning out lovely, you can too. Oh yeah. Ta-da! As I take them off the laser bed, I'm actually going to kind of keep the pieces together as much as possible because I am going to be, well, my plan is to shrink wrap, you know, most of this. So you guys want to hear something funny? I was excited to finally use this thing because I got it in like, I don't know, there was a warehouse they were closing out and they were just getting rid of stuff. So I got this for free and I was so excited, but I don't really sell stuff that needs shrink wrap. So, I held on to it thinking, one day I'll need it. I finally need it and the thing is broken. No wonder it was for free. But anyhow, I'm done for today. I've done a ton. I gotta go get the kids at school. So anyhow, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed your time with me, and I'll see you guys here soon over at That Mom with a Laser. Bye, guys.